man who got Pedro Pascal into fighting shape is Hollywood trainer Jason Walsh. One of his specialties is body transformations for the big screen. He's also worked with Matt Damon, Bradley Cooper, and Jake Gyllenhaal, just to name a few. He's also the co-founder of RISE311. It's a plant-based protein powder. He joins me now from his gym in Los Angeles. Jason, welcome to NYSE TV.
Ashley, thanks for having me.
So Jason, what does it take to get a superhero's body? Can you take me through the logistics of Pedro's transformation for this movie?
Well, each individual that comes in, if the production company send them to me or they come to me by themselves, everybody's different. Every formula to get them ready for that role is different. Pedro came to me, over a year and a half ago before the filming of Fantastic Four with some major issues. He had a dislocated collarbone, had a fractured scapula, ligament damage. He had taken a pretty big spill, not to mention he had hurt himself, his psoas and stuff on Gladiator. So he came to me in quite bad shape. So it was a pretty rough start, but we had plenty of time to get him ready for that role. It was a rough start.
Okay, and I've heard you in interviews, you've mentioned things like dehydration and calorie manipulation for certain transformations. Can you take us through what that looks like? And is that something you would caution the average person against doing to try to get a physique like this?
Calorie manipulation is really just kind of watching your calories. So no, I don't. I recommend that for everybody if that wants to lose weight. Now, as far as dehydration protocols go, if you're getting ready for a certain shot where you have to have your shirt off, that's a great way to manipulate the body and lose some water weight that will definitely show up on camera. So I don't have any problems with the calorie manipulation. It's the dehydration protocol that people really should be paying attention to and pretty much staying away from unless you have a specialist that's involved.
And I imagine celebrities for these movies are spending a lot of time on these transformations. Do you have any tips for an average person who works a 9 to 5 who may want to get in better shape? Are there small measurable actions that you would recommend that they can build into their lives?
Well, discipline, number one, and that's getting to the gym as often as you possibly can. Calorie manipulation, watching the calories, probably having a consultation with a dietitian would be a key element that I would recommend for people to get started, because people are very. It's a tough world out there because you're being told a bunch of different information from different sources. What's prudent, what's not. So getting with a dietitian is a great investment, a great way to get started. Working with a trainer if you don't have any idea what you're doing in the gym, working on form, making sure that you have a good formula set up for you as an individual. Because again, when I get these individuals to come in and get ready for a movie, I have to sit down and come up with a formula that I think is going to work for them, because most of them, like Pedro, Matt Damon came in and he had a broken collarbone, similar situation. And you have to factor those things into that formula, because ultimately, if you don't address these issues that they come to you with, then you're really missing the point. Because if you got a misaligned chassis on a car, eventually things are going to start to fall off.
Okay, let's talk about RISE311. It's a plant-based protein powder. What makes it different from other protein powders on the market?
Just about everything, to be honest. So, it's a saturated market, so there's no reason for me to really get involved in a saturated market. But what we did identify is that we had clients that were having a lot of issues digesting the whey proteins. And you never really, the whey protein it's a milk-based, plant-based, or milk-based protein. It's a derivative of making cheese. They take the curd and then they have the runoff from that. They take the runoff of that, dry it, and then use that as the whey protein. So these proteins are quite large and very difficult to digest, and my clients were having problems with that. So I met with my good friend Josh, who's the formulator, and we identified that there was something that was really missing from the market, and that was a complete protein that would work for everybody.